Okay guys, so this is a ride that we did a couple of weeks ago, and we're setting off from the Whaley Bridge Canal Basin in the High Peak, in the Peak District. I'm going to talk you through the ride. Have tried doing this ride with some tunes on, but for various reasons it got blocked. I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. But it's not the shortest of videos, but it is a great ride, so please stick with me and watch it. And in the middle of the video there's a great twist, which I'm going to explain as we go. So we get joined by a VIP, right? A VIP of the scooter world halfway through. So we're heading off here. We're heading on to Buxton Road, which is the main road through Whaley Bridge. First time I've used the rear-facing camera on the videos, and you can see there we've got Gary behind me, scooting along at the back of the pack, and we've got Wes and John in front. All right. So we're heading through the town of Whaley Bridge. At the traffic lights, we take a right onto the B5470. Macclesfield Road, which is here, and then we head up the hill, and then we take a left onto what I think is Clayholes Road, which is this lane here. So I'm going to break the ride down like this so that any local people watching this can actually maybe do this ride. If you're not local, maybe you want to look on the map and check it out and see what other things are around locally. You know, you might want to come and spend the weekend in the beautiful Peak District. So we're heading up Clayholes Road, and this is a lane, single track lane. It takes you deep into the heart of the Goyt Valley. But before you get to the Goyt Valley, there's some amazing scenery here. You can see again there Gary at the back. We're heading uphill. On the right hand side here over this wall, you've got the most amazing views of Derbyshire and Cheshire and Manchester, right the way over to the north of Wales as well. You can see the north of Wales on a clear day. Now when we get to the top here, you'll see the view. It's incredible. Plenty of walkers out. It was a beautiful day. In fact, it was a little bit hot. So even with the wind in your face, it's great. But you do have them days when it's just a little too hot, and you could do with the breeze. As soon as you come to a standstill, you do feel the heat a little bit. So we're heading uphill. We're getting towards the summit. So this area up here is called Pym's Chair, P-Y-M-S, chair, and it's basically a big rock formation at the top of the hill where you got lots of climbers, you get people doing paragliding, jumping off the edge of the rock. It's pretty impressive to see all these kind of outdoor activities going on. So we're pulling here at the top. There's a little lay-by here, there's a crossroads, right-handed turn that takes you towards Macclesfield Forest, and the left-handed turn takes you into the Goyt Valley, up towards the Cat and Fiddle, which is where we head. So you can see there Gary's behind me, he's just getting off his scooter. We stop for a chat, admire the view, talk nonsense for a few minutes, as you do. But absolutely stunning, look at that view. A couple of bikers there coming through. Just amazing scenery and great roads on this route. Okay, so we're back on the scoots and we're turning left. So this road that we're turning onto now is called the Embridge Causeway. The Embridge Causeway. We're heading into the Goyt Valley, and I think once you go over the cattle grid here, you are in the national park. And you can see here it's a little congested, right? So single track lane, you've got the white camper van there having to reverse down to let a car come through. I think there was a couple of cars, but really congested. This is the problem if you get, you know, if you're in a car or a van and there's something coming the other way, you have got to reverse down a little bit. It's a bit like driving through the lanes of Cornwall. So let the car past, car goes, camper van goes, and then we're behind. Off we go. So yeah, the Embridge Causeway, and this road, this lane, takes you deep into the Goyt Valley. Weird that these little lanes have these names, the Embridge Causeway. And then just round the bend, and a little further on, the name of the road changes to the street. Simple enough. So we are literally heading down the street into the Goyt Valley. And this is dropping down now towards where the main car park is in the Goyt Valley National Park, the visitors car park, which is coming up on your right hand side. Just dropping down on the left, coming up, you've got the reservoir, which is Irwood Reservoir. Irwood Reservoir. If you've ever been here, you'll know it's quite an amazing place. There's an old hall called Irwood Hall, where there's a little graveyard at the top where the family who owned the hall buried all their family, which is quite interesting to go to. It's a nice little walk up the hill as well. So yeah, we're coming past Irwood Reservoir, and there's a couple more car parks up here, a couple more visitors car parks, but it's just great to be able to ride along these roads and not really have to worry about too much traffic. You know, of course you've got to keep your wits about you. There is traffic on the road. There are lots of pedestrians, there are walkers and hikers and cyclists, but to not have to worry about things like traffic lights and roundabouts and, you know, heavy goods vehicles is quite nice. Quite nice to relax a little bit, you know, especially when the weather is like this. So we're coming past the reservoir on our left. Car park here on your right, and I think just around here the road turns into a one-way road. So all this section of the ride now, from here until we get to the main road, is a one-way road. So it's even more pleasurable. You don't need to worry about traffic coming the other way around the bends. And you can see we've got like ferns on one side, ferns on the other. We're just going through this moorland that's covered in ferns. On the left-hand side here, you've got quite a drop down to a small river, which runs down through the valley. Is it a river or a stream? I'm not sure, but it runs parallel with the road along here. Got lots of little bridges and things. See, there's a little bridge there that we're going over on the bend. Oh, it is the river. It's the River Goyt. That is actually the River Goyt on the left-hand side. Well, now it's on the right-hand side. Previously on the left-hand side, now on the right-hand side. So we're coming up to a little junction here. This junction is known as the Derbyshire Bridge car park. Derbyshire Bridge. Just a little car park right in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the Goyt Valley. But I guess it's popular for people to park the car there and then go off walking for the day. So yeah, so now we're heading up the lane, and this part of the ride takes us to the main road. The main road, which is the A537. The A537 from Macclesfield to Buxton. Okay, that's where we're heading. So, when we get to this junction, you'll see the main road had literally just been resurfaced the day before. Okay, so you know when they lay the tarmac and then they put the loose gravel on top to bed in, and a little bit treacherous to say the least. You'll see it in a few minutes. So guys, stay tuned. Our VIP is about to make an appearance. Our scootering VIP. So we're coming up to the junction. You see there, you've got the loose gravel. So we actually stop here and we debate whether it's worth proceeding or whether we should turn around and go back, because none of us fancied really riding this road that was just fresh gravel, very, very loose, very, very dangerous. So we just proceed with caution. We decide to go for it, but we're doing like 10-15 miles an hour on this stretch. It was completely fresh, just been laid that night, so had to really go slow here. And of course, if you know the area, this road is famous for the bikers. They speed along this road at high speed, and the local authorities have just put speed cameras in recently, 50-mile-an-hour limit. So I guess that's cut the fun down for those guys a little bit, but it's made it safer for everybody else. So we pull up here at the Cat and Fiddle pub. The Cat and Fiddle, very famous pub. Having a bit of banter there with Gary. Very popular with the bikers. I'm not sure what they thought of our scooters. Now, if you guys are fans of the Stone Roses, you see the guy in the green jacket, that's Manny, the bass player from the Stone Roses. So he joined us at this part of the ride. Really sound guy, very down to earth, no airs and graces, certainly not let fame and success go to his head, just a chilled out guy. Just coming out for a ride with the lads. So off we go, we're heading from the Cat and Fiddle towards Macclesfield. Look at the road, just completely slippy. I think I was probably doing about 15 miles an hour here. John and Manny in front, and we've got Gaz and Wes behind. We'll take a left-handed turn, so where are we now? We've come down the bend, we've come from the Cat and Fiddle, we've come past the Peak View Tea Rooms on the right hand side, and now we're forking off down a road called let's have a look, let's find out what it's called. So this road is Anchors Lane. Anchors Lane. And the whole area here is called Macclesfield Forest. Okay, Macclesfield Forest. Obviously the whole area isn't covered in forest, but that's the area. So we carry on down that road, and again we rejoin the A537, which is the road we were on previously, but we join it much further down, so we've avoided all the gravel, the freshly laid gravel, and it's a bit more scenic on this route as well. Just amazing views, look at it, the whole of the Cheshire Plain in front. So if you're not familiar with this area, we've crossed from Derbyshire, the county of Derbyshire, into the county of Cheshire. So we've hit two counties in one ride. And Cheshire is much flatter. Like Derbyshire, you've got the Peak District, you've got the hills, you've got the hill climbs, stunning views. Cheshire is a lot flatter, but when you're coming from Derbyshire into Cheshire, you do get these amazing views of the whole of the Cheshire Plain and the city of Manchester. So you can see we're coming down the hill there, we've got Gary behind. We're just joining there the A537 on the bend. So we're back on the main road and heading towards Macclesfield. So we're just dropping down now into the town of Macclesfield. The A537 Buxton New Road. Oh, another diversion. So we're coming off the A537. So we only stayed on there for a short while. we take a little diversion there past Tegsnose Country Park. So that road there would be Buxton Old Road. Okay, Buxton Old Road. So we've gone from Buxton New Road onto Buxton Old Road, past Tegsnose Country Park, and heading down towards the centre of Macclesfield, where we do actually again rejoin Buxton Road, the A537. There's Manny in front from the Stone Roses. Great tunes, you know, brings back memories of that era. Great music from Manchester. Still doing gigs at the moment. Last few years done some big gigs and sell out very, very quickly. Great tunes. Stone Roses. If you've not listened to them, if you're listening to this from abroad, you've never listened to the Stone Roses, check them out and you'll be pleasantly surprised. So coming back into a residential area now, and then we join up with the main road, heading into Macclesfield, and not too far now from the end of the ride. So funny now, we pull up at the lights down here, and I think we were trying to discuss which way to go, which route to take, and where exactly we were heading, because we'd not really planned this. And stopped for a little chat here. Now you see the Mini pulling up behind. The Mini pulled up behind. I think we were sat there for probably about 2 minutes chatting. The Mini was getting a bit irate, started beeping his horn and shouting abuse at us. So you can see there, man, he shoots off into the distance because I think he wanted to get home, and the rest of us are trying to play catch up. There's John shooting past. And now we're in the centre of Macclesfield, so we're going to take a right-handed turn at these lights. Now we're heading to a place called Rayno, which, if you know Rayno, it's kind of a village on the outskirts of Mac. It's a little bit in the hills, but it's heading back towards where we started the ride from. And of course, like all sunny day rides, you need to stop for a quick shandy at the local hostelry. So we stopped at a place called the Robin Hood. So whereabouts are we now? We're in Macclesfield town centre. We'll come round the roundabout. We're on the B5470. The B5470 Rayno Road. So we are heading towards Rayno on Rayno Road. R-A-I-N-O-W. Now watch this biker. See the biker there on the right comes through. Just narrowly misses the bus. Maybe it was the angle of the camera, but it looked like he just missed the bus there. And he's just biding his time. He's waiting to get past us all. Probably sees us as annoyances, really, on our scooters, on our 125s. And he kind of takes this bend here and he shoots past us all. Looks like it's a pretty blind bend here, round to the left, but off he goes, past all of us. Just pulls in just before the bend. Absolute lunatic. Well, that's my opinion. If you're a biker watching this, you probably disagree. I'm sure he had it all under control. So now we're heading towards Rayno, and what a great ride. great people, amazing scenery, great weather. And you know, that's what scootering all about. It's just about the freedom of the open road. And you know, as my mate Gary, who's in, I think he's in front of me there, said, if you ride with bikers, there's sometimes a little bit of ego involved. You know, how fast can you go? How fast can you take the bends? And scootering isn't like that. It's just fun, and it's chilled, and you're all going at the same speed. There's no ego. It's just great fun. So yeah, we're coming into the village of Reno, and really enjoyable afternoon. Now we're going to pull in on the left. And of course, refreshments are always good. Soft drinks, no alcohol or low alcohol beer, or maybe a shandy. But of course, be very sensible when having refreshments and scootering together. So yeah, great ride. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, just so that I know how many people are out there watching, and comment below, let me know what you thought of the ride, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Do you want to see rides with music, rides with commentary? Do you want to see maintenance videos? Do you want to see product reviews? Whatever, just let me know. Post a comment below, and thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.